You know, just because my favorite solution to every problem is slapping it, can I go and slap this genie? No. I grow sad. Wait a minute, there's story stuff happening when I try to leave. Sorry to bother you, Kraden, but something has been troubling me. What is that? Why didn't Noel come with you to Belinsk? Or Noel, or however, whatever emphasis syllable the emphasis is on. I was wondering when you get around to asking me that. With everything that's happened and all the peril and whatnot. Of course, she slipped your mind. I am too ashamed though. She is my sister. Well, I suspect she's a touch distracted herself, but by love rather than peril. Noelle is in love? With whom? Captain Piers. Alright, so that throws out some of my earlier little theories, because Piers has finally been mentioned by name. Piers of the Warriors of Vale. When Piers arrived to Ferias, he seemed especially vibrant, aglow even. When I disembarked, she simply told me, I'm going with Piers. Piers is a powerful adept, so she'd have a fine tutor, but they just sailed off together? Piers is one of the most capable sailors in the world. I'm sure no harm will befall her. I had no idea, but I'm glad she didn't get tangled up in all this. She was always the lucky one. I wonder if you won't eventually think the opposite. Why? Where are they sailing to? If we stand here reflecting on every one of our words, we'll never leave. Onward. Alright, so Kraden, that is the absolute last thing that you should do if you want someone not to worry. Just a small little life lesson there. I'm going to go sailing... Why are there icebergs just randomly sitting here? I mean, I know it gets cold during eclipses and whatnot, but this looks like a pretty middle latitude. I don't know why we're seeing icebergs. Anyway, can I get around here without... Of course I can. I feel like that battle was slower than a lot of the battles in this game, and I'm not entirely sure why. It just felt like the animations were playing a little bit slower than they usually do, but whatever. So, if I can actually get all the way back to Belinsk from here, without getting into another encounter, that would be pretty great. I can get back in there, right? We're not, like, completely locked out, right? Was that a point of no return? Am I not able to go back there? Would I have to go back there on foot, like, all the way through the Passage Mountains? That's gonna take a long time. Alright, in that case, I'm gonna go up this way. Not sure if I can get back to Belinsk or not. I guess I could find a beach or something to land on later. But I know that there was one of those sealed doors up this way. And since I did say that one of the other things that I really wanted to do was to go and start unsealing those sealed doors, that seems like as good a place as any to start. So why is there, like, just a little passage in between those two massive icebergs? It's a lighthouse. Pretty sure that's Mercury. Anyway, if we go up this way, exactly where was the... was it here, this beach? I think it might have been this beach. Come on, get off. There we go. Alright, so now that we're on the beach, if I run all the way around this way... No, was it another one? We can go run around the long way of Finland or Norway or whatever exactly the real-world analog of this little peninsula up here would be. And let's go and, come on. Running out of things to say here. Let's go run up to this thing. And I did not mean to hide the map. I am going to go take Himi, use search. I thought so. And we can go inside Snowdrift Shrine. Alright, here we have another, this one's a little harder to see because of the colors, but here we have another glowing search area. And is that going to make a bridge appear? I see there's a drop down, like, right there. No, that's a teleporter, I think. So I'm going to have to go to the teleporter. Let's see. Let's get a lay of the place. On the map on the top screen, there's no like visible area that you can walk on the surroundings. So I'm guessing that there's not going to be any like climbing up the sides or climbing up trees or carpe retractum or anything. But all the same, there's quite a few. Well, maybe not quite a few, but there's a few doors here. There's this ladder which is going to allow us to climb up to some other location, and this appears to be like a wall of snowdrift. Alright, so if this is like other games that have included features like this, I'm gonna have to find something to like cause an earthquake to knock down all the snow so that I can actually get to the rest of there or something. And that's a slide. That looks like it's going to... I don't know if that's gonna lead us down to where that teleporter showed up, or if that's going to lead to somewhere else. But if I climb all the way up to the top, got a nice little skybox. And hello! Oh, are we gonna have to... We're gonna have to steer? We're gonna have to steer. I'm sorry. That should not be as funny as it was. Alright. Well, let's chase you down. I can't imagine you're gonna be happy with me after that. No, we're gonna have to be forced to fight. Alright. Do I want to use regular attacks on you, or should I strike you with lightning or something like that? I guess I'll strike you with lightning because it feels like that's how you should fight Genie. Really, a lot of the time. So, ALA, you can just do your thing. You've got less power points. I'm a little more hesitant to waste them on you. So, that's going to be super effective damage. That's going to be regular damage. So, I actually do want to use fire on you, apparently. So, maybe ALA will be using synergy if this, if this fight doesn't end on this turn. A little bit of damage with ice there. Not bad. And you're going to... You took more damage from that than you did from most of the synergy attacks anyway. Anyway. Can attack you, can attack you. I just now noticed, by the way, that the icon of, like, the weapon type that you have equipped is on the attack icon. I literally never noticed that until just now. But let's go and drop the Fiery Abyss on your head, 117 damage. That was apparently super effective, whatever element my weapon is. A little bit of Ice Horn is going to do a little bit of damage to the party in general, and Planet Driver is probably going to take you down. 200 damage, Felled Mercury Genie. We gained... I'm having a little bit of a hard time with this font on this white snowy background. 6,388 experience points. Alright, someone in backup got a level. So you're going to join my party. Geyser! Alright, Spirit represents water under pressure and is found near Imil. Geyser's attack consists of highly pressurized spray of water. Alright, we saw some of that. Although I think you also just used some generic ice attacks on us, like Ice Horn and whatnot, in that fight. Let's see. Who have you been set to? Again, I'm not 100% sure on, like, which Genie are gonna go where, in terms of, like, character class, because it's starting to slip a little bit, with, like, who's got what, and that sort of thing. And I guess probably at some point I should go and sort them out again a little bit. I cannot go there. Oh, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna have to, like, cause an avalanche and make the snowfall. I think what I'm gonna have to do is, if I can get back by jumping here, I guess, I'm gonna have to slide down intelligently and use that as a sort of... Let's go in here first. Use that as a way to get around. Okay. So Snowdrift Shrine, this is the basement. I don't know if it's worth coming here now or if I'm just gonna... I'm pretty sure I'm just going to land down here when I slide down some of the holes from above. And there's no other doors coming off here, and I guess there's that one treasure chest. 2 treasure chests. Alright, so maybe it was worth my time coming down here. That is going to be a Mimic! I haven't even been thinking about those since it's been so long since I saw one. Let's go and talk through this one. So Fiery Abyss, we're going to use the 2 fire attacks. I guess I'll have everyone use their synergies, even the lightning ones, which I don't think are going to be super effective on the Mimic, just because it feels good. and I like the animation. So Fiery Abyss is indeed super effective on you. Shine Plasma is not very effective. Okay, so maybe I should use a regular attack, or a water attack or something. I thought you resisted water and not fire. Kind of had like the grass Pokemon thing going in my head with Mimics, but... Planet Driver. Alright, again, a lot of super effective damage. We can, I think, use the 2 fire attacks again. And do I have ice? We'll find out how much ice is going to do. I could always just resort to slapping. Actually, that's thunder too. That won't do much. Let's see if this other one, Planet Driver or Inferno, does more. Inferno obviously costs a lot more PP, but it also hits 5 targets on the field if there are 5 targets to hit, which the same cannot be said for Planet Driver. All right, so that's a neutral hit, and you're gonna keep using that hail move on me, which I'm gonna use on you this time. All right, and you're still alive, so we will get to use Inferno. That actually did less damage than Planet Driver. Okay, good to know. These 2 are just going to use the regular attack, and Aeoleo is going to use Planet Driver. I wonder if I'm actually going to remember that Planet Driver does more damage to a single target than the big fire attack at the end of that synergy list does. Mimic down, 17,567 experience points. Those numbers are distinct enough that I can actually read it against the white background. Hemi has gained a level. Anyone else? Aeoleo's gained a level. Nobody else. Not bad. So, I'm going to want to, yeah, definitely drop down. I'm just going to use Escape to get out of here, I think, because it's faster than walking all the way back to the entrance. Definitely going to want to drop down there somehow. Let me think. This is definitely going to be one of those dungeons that I have to go through a bunch of times, isn't it? Because of the nature of the drop-down mechanics. So let's go over this way. And if I climb all the way back to the top again... This is probably not going to be one of the more complicated dungeons in the game, but I like it because it's just different. For example, if I were to go drop down this way, and if I were to go and hurry over here, we could get a treasure chest, which is going to contain a potion. Mist potion. And... Alright. We can just, we can do that one over from pretty nearby. I see there's also an icon on the top screen, like, right next to that big central thing, so I might want to go do that at some point, too. But... first... we'll see if... Alright, I'm pretty sure there's no real reason to want to do that. First we'll go and take care of the ones on this side and see what this is all about. I'm glad that you don't slide that quickly. Okay. I need to hit that directly. I can't just jump sideways into it. Hang on. So if I just, like, make an absolute beeline, holding left on the D-pad as soon as I drop down, I can indeed slide down the correct part of the mountain, and we can get a Phaeton's Blade. Alright. Another name I remember from previous Golden Sun games. Do not remember its effects. Who got it? Sveta got it? Yeah, alright, over here. Sveta can't equip that, obviously. Karis will have her attack go up quite a bit. Aeoleo will have his attack go down quite a bit. Tyrell, alright. It's a decent upgrade on Karis, but I am actually going to give that to Tyrell because, like, that's 50% right there, and just in case I do actually want to have him fight, I think I'd rather have Tyrell have attack stats. Alright, so that's going to be that one. And I think, again, I don't really feel like walking all the way back, so I am going to go, 1, heal my party, and 2, where was it? It's at the beginning, right? I'm going to use retreat so that I quickly get back to the beginning. Get back to sliding down the mountain. So I'm looking at the actual top screen of my 3DS right now instead of looking at the recording capture, and I think if I slide down just like this, I can sort of hop down the sides of these. There we go. I can sort of hop down the sides of these platforms jutting out of the snowdrift. Crystal powder, so not the greatest. Alright, I don't have to go all the way down, thank God. That one was fairly easy. So the last one that I'm gonna want is going to be the middle, and I think if I'm understanding the position of the position of the ledges. Oh, some of them have blocks. Okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah, alright, I see. So I was missing the detail about, like, the dark spots on the top screen map are gonna be, stones or trees or something that I can't walk past. So let's, alright, yeah, let me try that again, and I'm gonna go the other way from the second one from the right. This one. So if I just, bounce down this way, this is kind of where I went to get that treasure chest earlier, and if I go down this way instead, now we can climb down the stairs. And this is gonna lead us to... what's the synergy that allows me to, like, activate teleporters? Was that search also? Let's just try search again. Oh wait, was it already active? I think it was already active, so let's just take it then. Alright, oops. Interesting. Inside here, Snowdrift Shrine. That is going to be Umbrid Goggles. Was not expecting goggles to come into this, but alright. Sveta, you've already got those in your inventory. That's my other defense. Okay, raise my defense by 5 points. Protection against light. Sure. Anyway, let's go and equip that. And let's get out of here, and I think next time... Oh, I'm gonna have to drop down to get out of here, aren't I? I mean, I can use escape, and I'll be out of here in like 2 seconds, but... next time, we're gonna be going and looking at some of the other shrines. I might also, if I can land on a random beach somewhere and go back to Belinsk, I'll do that, but... If not, no big deal. My name is Dragonite. This has been Golden Sun Dark Dawn. It might be a little while before I'm able to do another one of these because I've, let's just say this computer's getting old and I'm starting to see signs of hard drive problems, and I've finally decided that it's finally time to just replace it. And I'm gonna need to wait for parts to come in, and I'm gonna need to wait to put them together. And I don't know if I'm gonna have a lot of time for Let's Play stuff. That's probably gonna be like my lowest priority in the next few weeks. But whenever I come back from that, we'll be going on and investigating the other sealed doors and Belinsk and what have you. I will see you all later.